Alrighty, so we didn't go too crazy on the refeed day. For example, how many grams of carbs did you have today?
So far I've had
Just a little bit over 100, I think,
yeah, a
right?
little bit over 100 grams of
And you got
carbs.
50 left.
Yeah.
So for those out there who don't have a calculator, total is going to be 150 for today. So you might hear a lot of people carbing up on rice and stuff like that. And Roman already knows my philosophy on that. I don't feel that it would be necessary for him because his carbs are so low. Now, if you're someone who you're gonna slam down 500 grams of carbs in a refeed day, then it might be a lot easier to do with rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started the day off with beans just because they're a high fiber source. They won't spike his insulin. It won't give him a blood sugar crash. So a lot of times you've been on low carb for a long time. If you have some sugar, all of a sudden you feel great for a little while, and then you feel like you're gonna take a nap. So,
Yeah.
so that's why we did that. And the more sugary sources, I guess you could say, which in this case was the watermelon, we had closer to the workout because we know we're gonna put it to use right away. Uh, any other things? Oh, how about cardio, Roman? How's your cardio been? Like, describe how it started
Uh,
off and then how it is
I
now.
mean, we started off at 45 minutes prior after the refeed day that we had prior to that, which was about like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, once I jumped on the Atkins, bumped up to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Doing Mace had me doing like a goal of in that hour around 7,000 steps, steady state pace, 12 speed. I would do intervals in between that just to burn that little extra calories. So, I mean, I do it at first. It felt like hell. I would range from like 7,000, then I would bump it up to 7,200, 7,500. Um,
Like progressive overload with cardio, with
yeah,
steps, basically.
yeah, progressive overload and cardio, and I mean, once I have the mentality like it's not like I was overtraining. It's something I know it's only benefited my body because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it came to a point where we're doing this, and my weight wasn't going down, and I
Right.
was just getting leaner and
Yeah. If we just get up, waking up tighter.
waking up tighter, and I mean, it was clearly working, and everything that was said there that Mace told me, I mean, it was everything was happening. Nothing that we did not say that was gonna happen. Didn't expect to happen.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. The biggest surprise that I had, me, this coach, was I just didn't think the weight stall would last that long. I thought it would kind of, after about another week, come down. So it stayed there for a while, but as Roman just said, he was getting tighter visibly,
yeah,
visibly on a daily basis. And then we lowered the carbs a bit more and increased the cardio just a little bit, and weight started coming down again. And now we're gonna fill them out. And now, in terms of what you started your prep, like the early start of prep, what did your cardio start at when you first started? Maybe like,
25 minutes,
yeah, about
20,
25.
25 minutes, 20, 30 if I felt good. But 25, that's what I started off with. I mean,
And just a gradual
yeah,
increase.
gradually. I did, at that point, it was like I did 25 for a month straight for 4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and then the following month I added 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
extra to that. So I did another 4 weeks of 30, and then another after that 4 weeks did 35, and then we bumped it up to a point where we reduced my macros and we were a little bit more aggressive with the cut, and then I
Mm-hmm.
did more cardio, and oh shit, oh damn, and we bumped it up to the hour that we're at now.
Right.
But I mean, towards the
But
end,
that was
yeah,
like 3 weeks
the
out
end.
already, where we
Yeah.
went to an hour. Yeah.
Like I would tell most people, like the hardest part. They tell me what's the hardest part about prep. That's a question they ask me a lot. And I mean, the hardest part about prep was just towards the end,
Mhm.
like the last, I would have to say, month
Right.
was probably like the most strenuous that you probably feel like sometimes you want to fucking cry, like with the
Mm-hmm.
diet and not wanting to feel good or like
Mm-hmm.
feeling like shit. But if you go to if you want to be shredded
Right. Right.
and you time everything correctly and you do. I mean, you could only fight the mental aspect of feeling bad in bodybuilding. You
Yeah.
have to has to be there. Like you have to fight it, and you have to find a way to
Yeah.
continue.
And it helps also when you kind of go in expecting that it is going to happen at some point and you're prepared for it
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what, this is just a part of what happens and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, you do get frustrated. You do feel like fuck this, man. Like, uh, and sometimes you like with not feeling the pump, you get frustrated as well. But it's like I said, having a coach. That's why I appreciate May so much. Showed you even when you're not feeling the pump or you don't feel like.
When you psych yourself out.
Yeah, you psych yourself out, but you're still doing things correctly. And that's what's good with having a coach, being accountable for it. That's what I highly recommend for someone wanting to do anything like sort of things like this because, I mean, many people can prep themselves, and I'm not saying they can't, but it's better having someone there to guide you if one person can do it right, imagine two people. That's always better, and
Yeah.
that's clearly what happened with us.
Yeah, and then for